Welcome to Kyle Army in South Africa for round 3 of Race Department's Formula FG. I'm your host tonight, Aidan Kernan, and tonight I am joined by Jimmy Lard. Welcome, mate.
Howdy ho. Yeah, looking forward to this race.
Commentary box again since last season.
Yep, had some good races last season. Hopefully going to have another one today. First time in Africa for this championship. Should be interesting.
Yeah, I reckon it will be. We're using the extremely old, I guess you would say, Kyle Army circuit. So we're expecting
the classic circuit. The classic we'll go with.
The classic. We're expecting a race. Well, it won't be like Singapore. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it should be short and sweet.
At least in terms of overtakes, it's not going to be like Singapore. Anyhow.
Yeah, but
we'll look to qualifying then, and we've got Daniel Harvey and Joel Rautavaara for Apex front row lockout. That's something we haven't seen since DTK last season. Behind him,
so yeah, 3 races since it last happened, basically.
Pretty much, but we haven't seen it this season, and it's different to see 2 blue cars on the front instead of yellow ones. But we've got Pablo Deal for BRT right behind us, only a 0.026 of a second between him and pole position. Next up is when it gets interesting, because from 4th to 10th it's all a bit jumbled, and I wouldn't have expected it. We have Sigulakis, Martins, McNamara, Utsa, Said, Cox and Lindner. Now, I don't know about you, but while I sort of thought the BRTs would be there, 2KF1 Cedars, Entec and Virgin, I wouldn't have expected that.
Yeah, because I mean you've got your teams like Falcon and Viper, who 12th, 13th, 15th, and 19th. That's after the start of the season they've had. That's quite disappointing for them. So some other teams capitalised on that quite well.
Yeah, for sure. And well, we also look elsewhere, and you got Speedy and DTK, and they're both looking well down as well. 16th is Engbrink in the lead. Speedy. He's got Rinyaho and Hunsley right behind him. That's a big turnaround for 2 teams that did very well last season. Yeah,
it's a shame, but live with it, get on with it, see what you can do. I think they've both gone for some aggressive sponsor choices and could reap some benefits from bad qualifying if all goes well in the race.
Indeed. And as we mentioned that, we will go to the race. It's just interesting before I do take us to the grid that at the start of the season this would have been someone's home Grand Prix, but in fact now we don't have any South Africans to actually take part in this, which is a bit of a shame, but guess that happens.
Yes, it happens, but he's probably in the crowd somewhere.
We'll have to move on and we'll have a good race hopefully. So here we go, guys, to the grid for the first South African Formula FG Grand Prix. And so we're on the grid now in South Africa. We're up to 4 lights, we're up to 5 lights. The 2 Apexes on the front row. The lights are out and we are go. As we go down the hill the first time, and it's Deal. He pops out into second. Sigulakis is right there behind Harvey. Rautavaara falling backwards.
Not too good start there for Rautavaara, as Deal takes the lead somehow.
Deal moving through the field.
All through there, fine at the moment, it would seem.
The BRT running a low downforce specification this weekend. As Sigulakis here, he's moved into 3rd place, not too bad for him.
So, already Deal's got 3/10 of a lead, which isn't too bad. Clean first lap it would seem. And it's going to be over quite quickly.
So far, for sure. And here we go. This is where it'll get interesting, because this is our straight today. Got a bit of a kink there. You don't really pay attention to it. As Sigulakis is going to make the most of it. 2KF1 versus Apex. Down the hill they come, and well, he's already got it done, I think, on Harvey. Harvey looks back to the inside.
That looks like Burner coming past Rautavaara for 4th. He's got it.
Christian Lindner here, he's got one of the DTKs up the inside. That's not the way to do it. Nearly comes back on with, well, explosive effect, I guess you'd say, as his teammate goes past.
Scatters the pack a bit, but is that so? That's a DTK already in the points in 10th place. After
So yeah, we're looking at
that'd be Rinho. He's already made up 7 positions.
Berner's moved up a long way as well. So there are two guys that are really pushing well at the start of this race.
11th to 4th.
Oh, Lindner again, and there goes his front wing. Loses at the final
Not been the best
corner.
of laps for Lindner, and he's spun it.
Sigalakis, meanwhile, does the fastest lap of the race.
Berner's moved up to 3rd. He's got past Harvey.
So how? Well, he's not really got a hold of that car at all. Sigalakis now is in the lead. He's ahead of Deal. And we can see there, Rinho up 7, Sharp up 6, didn't even notice him, and Berner's moved up 8 spots into 3rd.
Pretty fantastic start for some of them then. It would appear that just get a good start here and you can make up loads of positions. So the speedies there seem to be kind of last apart from Lindner.
Which doesn't really count in the scheme. Sigalakis here. Down the front straight. Andy Graham. Oh, he's the second one to do that today. Not going too well for Viper.
No, I mean, it went really well for them in Melbourne, and then Singapore was an absolute disaster, wasn't it?
Try and get back.
Engine failure and a roll.
Deal's in the lead here, as there's a very angry pack behind. As we come downhill, we can see Sigalakis isn't sure on what Lindner was doing. Deal takes full opportunity of it. Berner and Harvey, and there's just people everywhere, and that's just an ugly situation with the back marker.
So Lindner's stuck himself in 2nd, effectively, on the road. He's like, don't know what's going on yet.
There in 10. Saeed in 11th, not too bad.
Dovizioso effectively now the lone Viper, because Graham's a long way back now.
Now Graham's popped out and he seems to be fine. He's not going to be causing any problems for Pablo Deal, that's for sure.
Well, not yet.
Not yet, no. So Pablo Deal, he's got 1.1 seconds on Sigalakis, and then we've got Lindner in between Berner and Harvey.
Who are going for it. Got Rob Sharp in 6th. Closing. No, I was going to say closing on Gran Tavara, but he's been overtaken by Utsa.
Utsa moving through with some proper force. Here's Chaco getting off the corner a bit slow there.
And to defend from Dovizioso.
He's able to do so rather easily, it seems. As we're already approaching 1/10 of the race distance.
Sounds alright. So, got at 1/10 distance, we've got Deal in the lead. Sigalakis 2nd. Berner up from 11th to 3rd.
I think he's got Harvey next to him. Yeah,
Also to Harvey.
You can just see him sneaking there.
Is he going to take it? Yes, it is. One's a bit wide. Hansler gets past Barrett for 13th. So DTK is already moving up. Dovizioso's dropped back again. Speedy's got past him.
So Engbrink's moving through a little bit now. He's still effectively one place behind where he started, so it's not going great for him or Speedy yet, because effectively they're at the back of the pack.
The gamble on the new Bugatti engines hasn't worked out at the moment, has it?
Definitely not.
Through the S's they go. Up towards the corner that I'm not going to try to pronounce to avoid offending anyone who speaks the language.
That seems fair enough.
This is the kink. I can't get told off for saying that.
Deal, meanwhile. Oh, he's lost a little bit. There to Sigalakis.
He's leading, but he can't. He just can't shake him off.
No. There's Rinyaho there, having a look at Martins. Sizing
He's really
up the
close up then.
He's right under his rear wing now as well, so he's going to give himself the best possible chance. As it seems Berner's just opened up a little bit to Harvey, so he'll probably look to get in the slipstream of Lintner here, get rid of the back markers Engbrink. Actually, I think both of them have gone off.
Looks that way.
Well, we'll have a look, because we'll see Engbrink, no doubt, in a second. Just a little bit wide, a little bit of a wiggle. And yeah, Black went off as well.
Black's gone off as well.
He ended up in front of Engbrink through that all amazingly, but well, that's just a very interesting way to do it, Tim. But I'm going to say it. I'm going to put it bluntly, as Black seems to have stalled. I'm only going to give a 7. They weren't quite.
Yeah, it wasn't quite nice.
They weren't quite synchronized. It was a good effort, but it just seemed that they were pulling different ways in different directions. It wasn't a
they were both trying to outdo each other. You know, Black got a bit of air, and Engbrink tried to get near the wall.
He's almost got to go.
It. Oots has moved up to 5th, so that would be who's he got past.
We're missing someone. I think it's one of the Apex cars. Oh, and Daniel Harvey's missing himself a wheel.
Oh dear, that would. Oh, he's done the same mistake everybody's done.
So he's actually ended up behind Rautavaro at this point. A little bit wide.
Little lock up and dock. Well, Singapore race winner out now, missing a wheel. Massive shame, really. You know, even though they've dropped down to 4th, it's still an enormous result for the team who didn't have much luck last year. And
still don't have
much. Not much chance of a double points finish today.
No,
Well, there's no chance.
Sharp there, moving backwards a bit.
Yeah, he must have had a spin or a pitch or something, because he was 6th or something, wasn't he?
Oh, he's in the fence at the first corner.
It's a botched overtake there.
Here we go. We'll watch it through. So he's in 8th there. He goes past Harvey. No problems so far.
So he's got Rinyaho right behind him. Has there been contact, or has he just lost it?
Rinyaho's nowhere near him, so as he comes into the first corner,
just
doesn't get it right.
Front wing goes flying and crash, wheel off. Well, yeah, again, you know, probably shouldn't have done that, but it happened. And
you should see him in the background.
He's out.
Whoop! There he goes.
Whee!
That's a very high-speed collision. I think there was testing done by the RDFIA about this sort of accident, and I think the speed, the collision speed into the wall is generally somewhere around 100 kilometers an hour, and you might think, well, that doesn't seem much, but there's probably at least 80 meters of gravel trap, so to only get down to 100 kilometers per hour means that they're going in there pretty fast.
Yeah, because of that, you're at the end of a massive straight. It's gonna hurt, whatever you do, you know.
Yeah.
Just prepare. So, fastest lap of 1 minute point 07. That's what, only 10th off pole.
Pole was in damp conditions though.
That would explain it then.
If we really want to look at it, we're looking for somebody to break under the minute. That was in pre-practice. We had, I think, maybe a tenth or so. I think over 60 seconds. So that's what they need as we ride here with Sigalakis, the 2K.
Yeah, the 2KF1 drivers really catching up to BRT drivers, or just keeping them in the sights. They have been split up from the rest of the pack because of Lindner, blocking everybody else, which has helped this battle develop. 3-second gap.
It's just 4 tenths now between the lead pairing as Martins. I think Rinjaho's going to take the opportunity. No, that's Hunsley.
That's Hunsley, yeah. Rinjaho's in 7th, I think. And Hunsley wanted to move into the points. Oh. Slightly wide there.
Must have been thinking to himself, please don't end up like Rob Sharp.
Well, he's thinking, if I'm going to go up anyway, I'm going up at turn 2, Barbecue Bend. That's where all the Aussies are going to go off.
Amen to that. Everyone loves a good Barbie anyway.
Yeah.
As here we are.
I think Ken loves a Barbie as well.
What's effectively the final corner of the track.
It's the final corner, but not the final kink.
No. It's the final corner, maybe not bend or non-straight section.
The final bit, the final breaking point.
As we see, Hunsley didn't... Oh no, wait, he's going on Saeed now, so Hunsley not taking any prisoners today. Season 1 champion. Going to have a look up the inside of his Turkish rival. I think he may have gotten that done. The Sigalakis is down to 3 tenths. He's hustling up the hill behind Deal.
Yeah, Hunsley showing that he hasn't lost any of the racecraft that he excelled in last year.
I think this has given us a good opportunity to see what he can do in the race, as he has actually didn't get past. Oh no, he's got Martins again.
Yeah, he's up to 9th. Or 10th even.
I'm just getting confused, and I think I'll stop trying to worry about it. Sigalakis now is right on the back of Deal. There's a back marker ahead. I don't think he's going to make any sort of difference. As Sigalakis pulls out, the two will have a drag down the main straight, and he's passed. Deal isn't ready to give it up. He moves to the inside.
It's close, but...
I think Sigalakis has just held around the outside. And he has. Ooh, as Deal.
Runs wide, keeps it going, not too bad. Well, it's not straight, and isn't going to hit the wall there. But that's dulled it down now, as Burner's catching up now.
And I have a funny feeling the Honda engine in the back of the Entech is quite... It'll do similar things to that Cosworth engine, so... Deal's going to have to swallow that one as well, possibly.
Well, he had a 3-second cushion to him, so until he ran wide at turn 2, so it's his own fault. And he's going to have to live with it.
There's Chaco here, he made a bit of a mistake there, and Herbert's right on the back of him in the RD racer.
So straight what's going to happen, so Sigalakis has now got a decent lead, and he's catching up to the not quite lapped Graham.
Here we go. Herbert moves to the inside already on Chaco. I'm not sure how well that's going to go. Oh, well, actually, it seems to be going fine.
Goes through, does he? Yep. Chaco keeps it at the wall, unlike his teammate.
Utsa here now having to...
I think he's just passed Ratbar, hasn't he?
Actually, yeah, that might be the case. Making use of that wide BRT.
Yeah, they say make the car as wide as you can when defending, but BRT have already done that for him. PK forever. Interesting banner.
What was that?
Oh, just one of the banners said PK forever. I'm going, well, he's not here. Down the dip.
Getting interesting in the fight for the podium. It's really a battle of 5 there. Sorry, 4. Second to 5th. Chaco, nice move up the inside there.
So, well, don't want to jinx it, but at the moment, Sigulakis, he's 3 seconds ahead. He still hasn't won a race yet. He came close with the Speedy last year, but I think he's looking forward to a victory if he can get it.
And they're having to let McNamara through, and then pulling right in front of the DTK. It's not a fantastic move there from the Hungarian.
Deal's pulling the gap back again. Anyhow, he's going to get, well, even before the kink, he's got him.
Fox here is going to probably make the next move. Here's his teammate Berner. 1.1 seconds to Deal.
There you go, Cox through, as Hunsley's looking to get past Martins there.
And it seems Martins is holding around the outside nicely. Yeah, I think he's held that. Just because he's a rookie in Formula FG doesn't mean he doesn't know his racecraft. Of course, he was former F1 champion. Don't quote me on which year. I saw it earlier.
94.
It was 94.
Yeah. I think he's the only Ferrari champion, which is quite an impressive achievement.
To be honest, well, actually, I'm pretty sure that year as well, Ferrari was the first time that it was Tyrrell that didn't win the constructors, so it was a very good year for them. As Barrett.
Oh, it was Barrett's. That's the second Virgin to go off there.
Kept it off the wall. That's something. As he stops for one of the speedies, and now he's just going where he's going. There's the other speedy.
Yeah, I'd turn left and go that. No, not that far. Go on, go on. We're going to get it right. Yeah, we're going to go through the gravel and.
It seems to be behind us. Berner's in 4th?
Yeah, Oops has gone through. Oops has got him. BRT 2-3.
I wonder if he's made a mistake somewhere.
It's probably just been over slipstream down the straight because they were close.
Seemingly that's the case.
Nice clean overtake. But I know, of course, got his first podium in Singapore. Looking to get another one.
Berner.
Just as I say, he's looking to get another one. He does that.
He's got it in the gravel trap, and I'm not sure if he's going to get it out again.
Well, he should be able to get it out, but not for some time.
There's Black. Whoop, that's the wrong way.
This is probably his chance. Oh, he's driven into the wall. Well, one small mistake here, and race has gone from good to bad. Very bad. What's he going to do now? He's looking for reverse. Should probably try and find it.
He's got himself a load of time.
Down 17th. It's going to be lapped soon.
I think he's found reverse, but it's ended up stalling the engine. It's a massive shame for Stefan Berner.
Yeah, started 11th. He made it all the way up to 3rd. I think he was he second at one point? I don't quite think so.
Got to that point.
But he had an amazing start. Race was going good, and well, it's unfortunate for the Dutchman. But race goes on. Hunsley up to 8th, courtesy of an overtake on Martins and Berner's spin. So even with bad qualifying, it's looking quite decent for DTK at the moment.
So too for BRT. They didn't get on the front row, and they didn't get Utsa particularly high up either, but both of them now running in 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah, capitalising on one or two mistakes from others. and just generally racing good. Now the apexes have dropped back. Rativar down to 4th and Harvey in the wall. But just because you look out the front row doesn't mean the race is going to be perfect for you. Down the straight. So Sigalax has got a decent buffer, 4.8 gap and a lapped car.
Jacko here. On Saeed. Ooh! The Mercedes engine is just lacking the punch. Yep. Saeed keeps his seat as Honda ahead.
Yep, Cedars seem to have scrapped their Vittel backing and have managed to get some decent scout with some Red Bull backing on that car. So Hunsley's looking to get to lap.
Continue lapping.
Yeah. He's going to do some more lapping that we got used to last year.
As it looks like he'll be coming into fitness lap.
Yeah.
It's down to not very much left in the tank, so it's a good time for him, that's for sure. Lap 21 of 58 here, the South African Grand Prix.
So that's basically a two-stop strategy, isn't it? They'll do a short splash and dash at the end, or short middle stint.
Utsa's into the lane, Hunsley's in. I don't know why Lintner's trying an overtake, that doesn't seem particularly sporting.
Well, to be honest, is right. If he's quicker, he can unlap himself if he wants. And there'll probably be some people from other teams complaining, but who cares? Well, they care. But as long as he doesn't knock anyone off, it's fine. All good. All good racing. It's a big bunch of cars in the pits.
Engbrink's in the pits.
Herbert pitted. So now we can say, driver's in so-and-so position, but until everybody's pitted and worked out what's going on, we don't know, really. Deal pitch from second. Barrett's really hustling Rautavara here.
Of course, it's not for position at all.
Yeah, because they both the Virgins have had a spin.
The Sigalakis, he's taking no chances. Well, he's taking many chances. He's not leaving anything in that tank.
Well, you don't want to take extra fuel if you can get away with it, but he should be fine.
Martin is going for it as well. So
it's a short lap, so that should be fine. Well, if he misses the pit box now, so he's gone wrong badly.
Rinyaho would like that feeling. It's on a lapped car, but that's a nice overtake nonetheless.
A decent overtake and up to third.
Sigalakis into the lane. McNamara in as well, so I can't see how that's going to work particularly well.
Well, I think the fact that Sigalakis has got a massive gap, it'll help him. Oh, no, they're queuing.
He'll probably lose a position to at least Rinyaho, but I guess it's the lesser of two evils. Must be a damn good strategy. Rautavara, that's a good time. That's good timing. That's for sure. We'll have a look at that again.
Not for Apex.
Here is Barrett's close. I don't think is there a little bit of pressure there? I don't understand why he'd be under pressure at all, Rautavara, but he's.
Well, he was under a lot of pressure from his team manager. Harvey's gone. He was probably banging on at the radio. Come on, do well, because you left. And that was unnecessary.
That's interesting. There's something there that in South Africa they've made it invisible, so that's a fantastic effort from South Africa. But it doesn't really help Rautavara at this stage. That whatever it is, it was hard and it's broken his suspension into 2 pieces. So that's that for Apex.
Front row lockout and both of them in the wall.
By half distance.
Yeah, I think that's just going to have to go down as apex luck.
As seems that Rinyaho's got himself into 4th place here for DTK. So interesting that definitely at the end of last season I felt that Rinyaho had a lot of momentum as Hunsley's right behind him.
Well, yeah, 4th and 5th for DTK from, what is it, 17th and 18th on the grid. Yeah, that's quite impressive. You know, so you don't... Oh, side looked a bit wide there.
Yeah, he looked very wide, and if I be honest, it didn't sound like he was downshifting all that well. It seems to be okay, but he might have just botched that section up a little bit too much.
Well, this is the corner to watch him through if he's getting a bit wild. And those two there, fine. Sigalak is now back in the lead, 8-second lead. So he's really pulling ahead now. What's his fuel like compared to some others?
Well, he's definitely coming in again. I noticed that some are going a little bit longer than others for a much shorter stint. I don't see the point of that. You get into a 5-lap stint, you're not going to do much.
Yeah, I mean, I think any one stopper is going to pit another 4 or 5 laps. But I think everybody's pitted. Because there's no, one stop.
Right now.
So DTK have jumped Cox in the pits.
And Martins. So it's interesting, we've got Cox,
Chaco.
Martins, Chaco, Herbert's doing nice for RD, and Dovizioso's got himself into 10th as well. Bailey, Graham, McNamara, Engbury.
Well, Graham's out of sync because he had that crash, didn't he? Same with Lintner, who's just pitted again. So
it's going to be like a fantastic endurance race in which you've got no idea until the final stint, and that might be the last 10 laps. So we're going to have no idea for a while. We're just going to have to commentate on whatever's happening. See, look, there's a yellow car.
But
there's another one.
Yeah, but since when have we ever known what's going on? So.
Place. Fueled
through the S's.
Fueled to close to the finish. Graham's in the pits.
I think most of them there are going to be pitting around lap 40.
Utsa seemed to be coming in with a bit of speed through there. I think it was okay.
Yeah, but it's quite a fast corner anyway, so they're always pushing through there.
No, he lost a little bit of time through there. I think he may have just missed the breaking point a little bit because he lost 4 tenths to Deal, and before that I think he was slowly chugging back a little bit of time per lap. So as Barrett comes in again, Sigalakis would have been, thanking his lucky stars that he didn't get another back marker coming out in front of him.
Once again, he's got decent enough gap that if it had come out, as long as it didn't punt him off, he wouldn't have had too much problems. So Said's really been a big loser there. He's down to 14th. McNamara's down to 12th from 6th, I think he was.
I think he might have been 5th even. So yeah, definitely the stacking didn't really help his cause. He wasn't there for long, but he didn't have much to play with either. As I think this is Dovizioso.
That's a lapping.
It's Dovizioso. He's in 10th, and he's got Bailey coming up behind. Bailey's going to have to get past the back marker.
Well, Dovizioso, it's lap 27 and he's not rolled it yet, so I think he can class this race as a success. In comparison to Singapore.
Martins as well. He's made it through without getting punted off by anyone. So there's a lot of positives to take for a lot of people, no matter what happens.
And then there's your apexes who've got no positives at all.
Ooh, Rinyaho. Ooh, yeah, he's got himself into the gravel trap there. That's going to be Hunsley through nicely. Cox is going to take full advantage. If they're not careful, I think Cox might end up actually taking Hunsley as well.
Too. I think Rinho's slightly closer to mount the overtake back. He's trying around the outside of Sunset Bend. It'd be an amazing move if he pulled it off. Doing the kink to start a new lap. Almost 10 seconds the gap now for Sigalakis.
As we'll look back and we'll find Andy Graham, second on the road, a 15th in position. Deal, second place. Utsa, third. Hunsley's in fourth, and yeah, Cox and Rinyaho are going to have a battle down the straight here. We'll try to find Martins, who's close by. I don't think, yeah, you won't be able to hold around the outside there, Cox, so he's going to have to swallow that one.
Well,
whatever goes. I think we've had some technical issues there, but we're back. We're nearly halfway. We're watching Jamie Cox here.
Oh, we are halfway.
Yeah, that's been it. Littner still out of position. Chaco from 19th on the grid. That's not too bad to get himself to 8th. He's got a bit of a way to go, though. Herbert's in
the
9th.
the lone Falcon. Now Bailey
gets past the back marker
and gets around the S's, which is an impressive feat for this race so far.
He's got himself a massive gap to McNamara at 9.4 seconds, so he's not really in any danger at the moment. The question is Barrett actually going to do this? I think he's going to try. And
well, I mean, both the Virgins are so far down, they've got nothing else to do except just unlap others and annoy people.
Oh yeah, and that's going to be extremely annoying on Matt Bailey, I can tell. I mean, he's trying to get himself into the points, chasing down. Oh, and that's just ugly to look at. You know, he's trying to go up the inside there, and he's been balked horribly. You know, he's now 2.1 behind Dovizioso. That's going to be a lot more. He's lost many seconds to McNamara.
Yeah, the teams are probably complaining to Viper at the end of the race, but they don't care. Yeah, Virgin, that's the word. 2-1 to begin the fee. So Sigalakis has now got over 10 seconds is the lead. He was one of the major signings of the year. Big movers. As Cox, one of the new guys. Yeah. Big money move, and it's paying off already. He's probably looking at the speedies going, yes, glad I moved.
In that regard, it has been a good move, but nobody would have expected to see 3 of the top 4 teams down in the doldrums of the standings after the first few rounds.
Hang on, Rinyaho's 4th, Cox is 5th. Where's Huntley gone?
Well, I found Martins, and
he's found the wall, and he's rolled it. That's impressive.
I'm not sure he's going to get that one going again, and I don't blame him.
Well, bit of a brown trousers time. It's going to be, if he gets it going, it's going to be boxed for a new front wing and a new pair of pants. Holding the slide nicely, and then just unfortunate over the curb.
You know, I'm going to say it, I think he's still got it running, so he might just be waiting. There goes McNamara. No, take that back. No. So that'll be
actions on the inside and the outside of that corner. So Martins becomes the 3rd Formula FG driver to roll it after Daniel Harvey and Andrea Dovizioso. Yeah, it's been a pretty eventful start of the season to Martin's career, and that's just adding to it.
Oh, and just as we go on board with Utsa, and he's gotten a couple of spins there.
He's bounced off the wall a bit. Is he going to keep it going? So DTK back on the podium. I don't think BRT will like that.
I'm not
They've
sure.
spun off there.
I think he's lost that engine. Herbert moves up into 7th. Bailey's going to be in 9th all of a sudden. That's come out of nowhere.
Come out of nowhere, but he's not going to be complaining about it.
McNamara's found himself back into 10th. Oh no, Utsa's got it going again. He's found reverse. Engbrink is going to crawl by it with no speed. As that would be Saeed.
Saeed's gone off.
There must be something down there.
Yeah, somebody dropped some oil or something.
Sigalakis comes through and is probably thinking, thank goodness. Saeed has got to be careful here. He can wait, you know, for a gap in traffic. There's no problem there. But the longer he waits...
more he's going to lose.
Well, not just that, because, you know, you want to keep it going, but... because at this rate, everyone's going to end up in that wall at some stage. But the longer he waits, the more chance he's not going to get that started again. He's down to 15th so far. At this point, it's really not a problem if he ends up in 17th, which he is now in.
Well, it is a problem for him, but yeah, this is probably his chance now. Gap between 10th and 11th. Here we go.
Well, he's getting in himself. He's getting his team. You know what they need. They need him to finish, and he's going to finish. Though that engine is running pretty damn hot. It's coming down now, thankfully, so he should be fine.
Engbrink must have come around there and gone, what, I should dodge another car? Oh, really? We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Not too bad for him. So we've seen a couple of spins. I think, well, Bailey's now up into 9. I think I said that before, didn't I?
Yep.
Couldn't remember. Too many people gone off too soon. We're only on lap 35. We've still got another 24 to go.
We've lost 5 cars, I think. Which, you know, the other cars that spun off there, most of them have got it going again, which is nice. On to Clubhouse Corner, towards the S's that everybody's been struggling with. And now, Leukop, I think it's called. Well, that's what it's called. Don't know if that's pronounced right, but live with it. So, Rinho from 17th on the grid is now in a podium position. It's quite impressive, to be honest.
You'll have to be our Leslie this week, and you'll have to go and find what's the I wonder what is the greatest increase in
gain
position
on the grid.
Because I'm pretty sure in F1 there's definitely been a win from the back row of the grid.
Oh, there's been a few wins from last place.
Yeah. So in F1 we've seen it happen. Formula FG, I'm not sure. I don't think anyone's won from last, but I wonder what's the best podium increase in position to a podium, that is.
Well, let's have a look-see. Why not say look-see?
We'll make sure that everything stays normal-esque in the race. Sigalakis going to come through, complete lap 36. Just holding himself at least 12.5 seconds to deal. The big problem for anyone that spins off now is that it's going to be very hard to find any room to get back onto the circuit. We saw that I think at Silverstone last season. I think Ben Utsa may have been able to get back onto the circuit, but as it was, he didn't. And I think perhaps his engine either stalled or definitely overheated. And a similar situation could happen here. It's quite a small track. It's only a minute lap time.
Well, you say that where they can sit there for a long time and stall, but I think it was Japan where it was just spun off and sat there for about 3 laps and then got it going again.
He probably learnt his lesson from Silverstone. So
yeah,
they've got to. There's obviously a way to do it. You got to make sure the engine continues running, but you got to make sure that you don't burn the thing.
Sit there on no revs, not full revs, as I'm sure some drivers do. Struggling a bit with the archives. They're being a bit problematic, and just as I opened them, the door opened and all the bits of paper were just blown out the commentary box, which is quite annoying.
That is extremely problematic.
So I think we'll let somebody go off and catch him, and we might bring you the statistics after the race.
Of course, we got to see Rinneho get to 3rd place as well, because you know, if it ends up being Jamie Cox from 9th, well, that's hardly anything to rave about.
Well, yeah, 9th to 3rd, still
it's
decent.
Not bad, but it's not the record. Pretty sure Rob Sharp did better than that last week.
Yeah, low on the grid, but came out quite good, I think.
So we're up to 20 laps to go now. Sigalakis.
Yeah, 20 laps to go. We might get a few early 2-stoppers now, but it would appear everybody's set up another 5 or so laps, going for a short stint at the end.
Rinneho, he's found himself a little bit of breathing space. He's got 1.6 to deal. Sorry, 1.6 back to Cox, but he's 5 seconds out to deal. So, and it seems that he's dropping further behind Deal, and Cox is catching him just a little bit.
Not too much of a catch, but still catching nonetheless.
And we find Hunsey's dropped off the back of Cox, so there's still possibility.
But Sigalakis is showing Hunsley kind of dominance here with an enormous lead. Nobody.
Matt Bailey. He's finally caught up to Dovizioso. And I say caught up, well, he's breezed past him before the corner. He should be able to outbrake him nicely. Seems he
holds
has.
the line, gets the position. Good job. And through the final corner, Sigalakis, 14 seconds. That's a big gap. You know, on a circuit that's a minute, 14 seconds is, well, the 14th of the circuit.
It's nearly a quarter.
No, hang on.
60 seconds.
Yeah, that's the word. Too tired, sleepy.
Yes, it is. It's a long way down to fly in on the day into South Africa. You know, it's not too bad, but you know, when you fly in and you turn up to the circuit and you're almost straight into the commentary box, it can be tough. It can be tricky.
Yeah, definitely tough.
As Rinneho pulled out a little bit away from Cox then, and he's actually caught up a little bit to Rinneho, to Deal as well. Sorry. And he's continuing to. So he's clearly he's decided now's go time.
Yep, make up the time now and then. Hopefully make up more time in the pits, and could be challenging for second if he can pick this up.
I'm just looking through the telemetry, and we had Herbert and Bailey, Dovizioso. Off he goes, finds the gravel.
Keeps it going nicely though, hopefully.
Will take an extra point. He's got it going.
Is he going to bounce it off into the wall on the inside? The invisible wall? Maybe it's the phantom marshmallows. When they go off, they go invisible, really solid.
Oh, he's taking it easy. He's got it. He's done it smart. He didn't give a run up or anything. So he.
think he's going to be
escapes
backing his
with
teammate.
life.
That moves Engbrink up into the points. Much needed points for Speedy.
What's happened to Utsa down in 11? He spun.
He spun at third, didn't he?
Just had a sudden crisis over that.
You thought you'd missed it.
Yeah, completely. Back to Sigalakis though.
So 15 laps to go, 5 retirements, lots of spins, good racing, decent overtaking. Yeah, let's just keep it going. So the S is fine, no spins, no offs, nothing.
Definitely charging on Deal now, and to his credit, Jamie Cox, you know, he's a rookie, but he's keeping up with Rinyaho as well.
Well, he's coming to Entech, who, you know, they didn't have too much success last season, but they have a good team ethic.
And that's a Mercedes
double time
engine.
for Falcon now.
That's a massive shame for them. Another engine problem for Chaco when he was the lone hope for the team. And that's, I'm going to say it now. That's going to be the sign of a very long season for that team.
Well, you say that, but you know, last season DTK had a pretty engine blow up till the start of the season, and a few bit of decent research in reliability changed the season around for them, and look where they went.
Indeed.
So
we've got Engbrink.
It's not all over.
We've got Engbrink here, and he's got himself back into the points remarkably, and same with Utsa, but not quite to the same extent. Still, Utsa seems like he's probably going to actually be going for points, not just a single one, as both of them are getting caught by Sigalakis here. So I'm guessing Utsa's probably aware of that from the BRT pitfall, and he's probably been told, get past Engbrink and then you don't have to worry as much when Sigalakis comes for you. As the two Vipers just outside the points, it's bad luck for them if nothing happens.
He's gone from chasing Sigalakis to being chased by Sigalakis, which, you know, usually you want to do because it means you've overtaken him, but this is the way that you don't want to do it. So Huntley is dropping back from Cox. He's got Herbert behind him.
I don't think Herbert's going to be worrying the DTK driver very much.
Behind as in the position behind, not right behind him, as just proven by that camera. McNamara in 8th. You know, held up by the double stacking in the pit lane.
Yeah, you definitely shouldn't be this time, as Utsa's right on Engbrink. Lamborghini engine is much stronger than the Bugatti here today. He's going to have a look and he's going to think better of it.
Somerset Bend's a brave place to overtake.
We've seen it in some of the tests as we were getting ready to use the circuit, so it's been done before, but I don't think the balls would fit inside the cockpit of somebody that wants to do that, as McNamara has found himself in the gravel. He seems to have done what everyone else has done.
He's just dropped it through the corners.
Here he comes, and a little bit of a brake lock up on there as well. Not too bad. Hits.
There's
a bit of a touch on the wall, but I think that was mainly side on, and we've seen that for the most part they've been fine. As Dovizioso is going to find himself back in the points with that. Graham's going to be close as well.
So there's just enough runoff there. You know, it's enough runoff that you can spin and keep it going. Or if you're an absolute idiot.
I'm thinking McNamara is the only yellow flag. I wasn't too sure about that. He's almost got it out.
Oh no, somebody's out. We just hadn't called that somebody's out transmission.
Somebody has gone?
Yeah, somebody else.
Andy Black it might have been.
Andy Black. Yep. I saw that he dropped back a few positions.
Oops,
So
there he is. Yep. On the main straight, down the hill, so he's got himself an extra 100 odd meters to say that he made, you know, along the distance. He made the lap, and he's going to probably roll all the way to the first corner.
if he can roll all the way to a gap in a marshal's post, then it's good. If he's going to roll past them all and turn away like he's doing, then it's not good.
Marshall's out to it.
It's
quickly.
not too bad.
Could be worse. So that's a shame there for Andy Black and Speedy. There is the other Speedy, Engbrink, just getting overtaken by Utsa down at the first corner while McNamara is down in the gravel trap. So Utsa makes up. He effectively makes up 2 positions while Engbrink just stays stable as Sigalakis is still catching both of them.
Well, I think Sigalakis was looking quite low on fuel. Like he's going to pit this or next lap.
The question is now, how does McNamara, who's still in gravel trap, he should find himself room now.
He's been lapped by everyone about twice now.
The temperature in that car
Look
is
rolled.
Significantly higher than it should be, and there might be room after Lintner. He's going to have to go for
He's
it.
going to be waiting. He's going to be waiting until they pit, basically. Sigalakis pits for TKF1 from the lead. Well, at least with McNamara there, he's not going to be double stacked.
No, I think he would take double stacking any day of the week rather than being stuck.
So the question is, where is Sigalakis going to rejoin?
We've got Spider Cam currently here. We're watching McNamara.
Not do anything, just park in a stupid place as Bailey pits for RD Racing. So Bailey started 20th and he got up to 7th, I think.
He moved. So Deal's in the lead right now. He's got very few litres of fuel left in his car, but Cox
Rinyaho's caught up now.
Cox is into a podium position here.
2.7 seconds between the lead two.
Oh, he thought about it.
Oh.
There's gotta be. He's gotta go. He's gotta go now.
Cox pits in 3rd place.
He hasn't gone.
Rinyaho also pits from 2nd place.
I'm not sure how many laps behind he is now, but I'm not sure if it's even worth it. Sigalakis, so he's back in 3rd place. Lintner and Barrett have both got a pit again. Rinyaho comes back out. It's a 2nd. So Cox, will see at the first intermediate exactly if that's true or not. I don't think it is. Herbert's in the pits. It's 2 seconds then. Rinyaho to Cox.
So he's made up 3/10 there. So it was about 1.7 when they pitted. The big question is going to be Rinyaho to Deal as Graham makes a move on
Bailey. 4th position. That's 4th position, but neither of the Vipers have pitted.
At the end of this lap,
as one of them have been called in. I'm not sure which. They both need to.
Sigalakis moves back into the lead with 8 laps to go. Nice big lead. Then in a second, Deal and Hunsley have pitted.
McNamara's gotten out of the gravel trap.
Fantastic. So there's Deal, there's McNamara, there's Rinyaho.
He's still got three laps to go. He could have waited a few extra laps. He wouldn't have had to pit again.
Well, he's probably using all his fuel sat there.
As we've got a yellow flag. And Matt Bailey, he had it all.
Oh.
Spider Cam getting a very good picture there.
Well, he did have it all. He had all of the speed through the corner when you didn't need the speed.
It's a massive shame for him. He just needed to wait out the Vipers pitting, who both in. Graham's definitely in, and Davizioso is as well. He's only just gotten there, so that's a horrible stat.
Seen it a few times now. Seemingly the teams like it here. Don't quite see why you would do that, but
as Sigalakis
is going to lap Utsa here.
He's going to try to. He's not gotten it done. And the Greek driver goes through. As Lintner, he's got a pit, but he's found himself in the points otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, well, he was one of the first drivers to spin out. He was one of the first drivers to spin out and keep it going. Impressively, as Rinjaho's got past McNamara now, and he can hunt down Pablo Deal for second place.
Must be said, don't think Cox is going to be able to quite get to the podium today either.
No, unless one of the top three ever misfortune.
Of course, him and Deal had quite a running in together in Singapore.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive battle.
It's possible that it could happen again. As we'll see what will happen here, because what some people may not realise is Jamie Cox is involved with 2K1, not just in the GPTCC, but elsewhere and outside of the simulated careers as a whole. As we'll go for a lap with him here in 4th place, the Antec driver. But he's got McNamara ahead of him, so he'll be hoping that James moves out of the way rather quickly.
Well, I mean, he still hasn't got past Matt Bailey, who crashed out a few laps ago. So he really should not be defending anything. Yeah. So Cox to Hunsley is the largest gap. That's basically settled. Really has 1.5 seconds. Really has 1.5 seconds and a car ahead of Cox.
The question is McNamara going to be within the 90%? He should be.
4 laps, he should be, yeah.
He should be. But is that 4 laps behind Saeed, which could be about 5, as he lets Cox go through rather nicely. We'll watch here on board here with Andy Graham, who's got one of the RD cars. That's a slap in the face for you, isn't it? You know, you're in a car that did very well in the first round, and one of the RD cars is going to come and overlap you.
Yeah, well, after the roll, I think they had to change his chassis, and they've probably just got a Duff chassis as McNamara pits.
That's not going to help him.
Well, it is going to help him, because otherwise he's going to run out of fuel, which I don't think.
And then he definitely wouldn't make the distance.
Yeah.
McNamara will come past the pits, and there should be 5 to go.
There we go. Deal ring, you have 1.4 seconds. The DTK BRT battle for podiums. We saw it a lot last year, but after qualifying, I don't think we'd have expected to see it.
No.
5 laps to go. 2nd and 3rd. It's between the teams, the big rivals from last year. When you think about it, it's quite impressive really for DTK, because Lamborghini didn't lose too much over the winter.
No.
But Toyota
lost a lot.
They lost a lot. They spent quite a lot of money on last season to win the championship. They spent too much, in fact, and they had to get stuff repossessed.
There was no support as well for any
other teams like Toyota.
Any possibilities to see the champion engine maker be given a little bit of a hand, as we see how the field has moved, and Rinjaho's up 14, amazing. Hunsley's up 13, that's amazing, but they've both been trounced by Ben Herbert. Herbert up a massive 15 spots. If you're in the top 10, you've either... actually, hang on, Littner's in 10th, so somehow Is he going to do it again? Is he going to somehow sneak into points and nobody really knows how he's done it?
Well, I think he has pitted, so yes, it could very well happen.
We'll see in a moment, it seems. Everyone's done 2 stops, and Lint has done 3, so he's doing it the hard way, but he's getting it done.
Yeah, took his front wing off quite early. He's a silent but deadly.
3 laps to go now.
Doesn't look good, but gets the job done. Without you noticing. So onto the back straight again. Well, back straight, front straight. The long, not curvy bit.
There's very little of what you can call a back straight here. Though I'll put it this way. Even the whatever you can call a back straight, and this is longer than any straight at the new car. See Engbrink here, 8th place. I'm pretty sure if anybody retired at this point, McNamara wouldn't be able to overtake them.
No, he's 4 laps behind.
Sigalakis.
He's just showing off now. Somebody said to him, he said, what's my lap time? And he said, I'm going to get it below a minute.
Utsa! Is he going to keep it out? No, he's got the wall, but he's still rolling. Is he going to just pop straight back out? I know that I think he should. Yep, he's going to do it. No problemo. He loses 2 positions, but he keeps the car going.
There's Deal. Now, what's he going to do? Because if he keeps that, if he doesn't let him through quickly, he's going to slow Deal up and let Rinho through.
This is interesting.
There's
Lindner has to pit. Not sure what for. He's
fuel.
got a brake problem. I was going to say, I wonder if he's serving a Pentley or something. Barrett moves past. That's gifted Andy Graham a point.
Well,
we've got the final lap. That's the wrong 2KF1. That's the right one.
Sigalakis has got an enormous lead, but really the battle that we're after is 2nd and 3rd. Because they are close. And with Utsa there to potentially disrupt it.
I think that seems...
it's under a second.
It's under a second. It seems rather done. Cox is out the back, and that seems straightforward. Sigalakis, though. He stamped his authority from the get-go. And even back markers coming out the pits didn't stop him. Everybody's spinning off at the S's. Didn't stop him. What he has done here is that he's going to go and win the South African Grand Prix. He's going to get his maiden victory as 2KF1 win again in South Africa.
Fantastic race, just under the hour, literally by about 2.5 seconds. Cox has got past Deal. Where's Deal gone off?
What has happened here? Has he had? I think he's had a problem. He's got a loose wheel. On the last lap of the race, Pablo Deal has found himself having a loose wheel. He's gifted Rinho 2nd. Cox would get 3rd into the final, well, effectively the final corner.
So that's 17th on the grid.
There we have it. Rinho from 17th to 2nd. Jamie Cox will get his first podium. Pablo Deal will be, well, effectively a limp across the line. That's all you can really call it. Hunsley was unlucky not to catch him, if anything. Andy Graham should be fine for 10th. There's Ben Herbert. Fantastic effort for him and the RD Porsche crew. It's 6th place.
Yeah, I mean, we're raving about Rinho and Hunsley, but then Herbert's gone from 21st to 6th. That's just as impressive, to be honest.
McNamara here, he's going to complete his 54th lap as...
Yeah, flag's out again.
That would probably be Deal's car somewhere. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. Well, if your car's going to break down, after the finish line is the place to do it.
For sure. So here we go. Confirmation of the results by over 20 seconds. Manolis Sigalakis will take his first victory after moving to 2KF1 in the off-season. Tapio Rinyaho's come from nowhere, really, to grab second place on the last lap. Jamie Cox has been able to snatch third. Pablo Deal, you know, that's snatching defeat from the jaws of victory, effectively. Massive shame for him and his squad. They'll have to go and check over their pit stop techniques there. Jack Hunsley in 5th place in what is a fantastic day for DTK. And Ben Herbert is the last man on the lead lap for RD Racing. He's shown the speed. He definitely showed it in Singapore, so I think it's fair that
well
he's
deserved.
Tim Engbrink got 7th for Speedy, once again, sort of out of nowhere. Davizioso and Graham for Viper both got into the points. They suffered early spins. Benutza, a sufferer of a rather later spin, so he's only going to grab 9th in what could have been a fantastic day for BRT, but they'll have to settle for what they got. And then we look outside the top 10. Tom Barrett, unlucky to get 11th. Omar Saeed, he really struggled after his spin. Christian Lindner had to pit from 10th place. He had a brake problem. At Kyle Army, I don't blame him.
Yeah, turn 1, you don't want to have a brake problem there.
No, I mean, where do you start lifting off? It has to be like at the start-finish line if you want to stop by the first corner.
Yeah, the problem is you then got to go down that hill.
Yeah, exactly. And then we have James McNamara 4 laps behind, which I think, for somebody still running at the finish, I think that's a record in Formula FG. I don't think anybody's been that far behind. So, commiserations and congratulations to James McNamara on that probably unwanted record. And then we have a look and we see that only Chaco was the only mechanical problem there.
And Black. Chaco and Black. So
and Black,
Matt
yes.
Bailey in 15th.
We had two.
Matt Bailey in 15th, who, well, he just spun into the wall at the chicane. Black's transmission died. Chaco's engine failed. Martin's spun, hit the curb and rolled, which was quite impressive, to be honest.
Yes.
Ratavara also spun at the S's, put his foot down and found the solid invisible marshmallows. Berner also spun off, got into the gravel and drove up into the wall. Stalled it. Rob Sharp just went off at turn 1. Seemed to be a brake failure or something. And poleman Daniel Harvey spun off into the wall, first retirement. Bad day for ART.
Extremely bad day for Apex. As we will have a look at the fastest laps, and unsurprisingly it's Sigalakis very late in the race as well with a 1 minute 0.275. Rinyaho was very close to that as well, as we see some of the others not too bad. Naturally we're going to get out there and yeah, we're going to see Daniel Harvey over a second behind due to not going very far into the race as we have a look at the lap chart. We'll have a look at Harvey.
One.
Very interesting.
Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down in the wall.
Who was that with? That would have been with Berner, wouldn't it? We'll have a look at that. So yeah, there we go.
Yeah, Berner made a ridiculous start. He got up to 5th at the first lap from 11th on the grid.
Fantastic effort from him, but sadly for both of them it ended exactly the same way.
Ones we need to look at.
Cox went backwards.
Cox, and then just slowly crept up. Deal, not too bad, got some time in the lead.
Martins didn't end up making it to the finish. We'll have a look at Sigalakis, who went to the front and really just stayed there. All race.
Apart from some pit stops. The ones we need to look at are the DTKs and Herbert, the big climbers, right down at the bottom.
Made a interesting jump.
Catastrophic mistake.
As we'll go down and we'll find, and we got Ben Herbert there, Jack Hunsley and Tapio Rinyaho, and both of them they all really jumped up early.
Well, look, Rinyaho started 17th and he was 10th at the end of the first lap.
Fantastic effort from him for sure.
The DTKs have shown from the start that they're awesome off the line.
Ben Herbert, not too bad. He's He's not in a car that's going to do anything remarkably quickly. Not only that, but Matt Bailey, I thought, had a pretty good race.
He did.
Before it all went south.
Now let's have a look at McNamara.
Well, it's just going to get to a point and then it just drops.
Yeah. Well, of course, it goes from 8th to 14th, but it doesn't show you how many laps he was back.
Well, it does. There's the dot right there. So there we are. That is the South African Grand Prix. Well, I guess some people call me biased if I said I was reasonably happy about it, but I am. Yeah, what were your thoughts? I think this sets up for a very interesting season now, as the previous front runners in all the other races have now fallen to the wayside, and we're seeing a return from a couple of teams from last season, namely 2K1, BRT and DTK, especially today.
Yeah, I mean, DTK, they've still got to pick it up in qualifying, but I think that they've got decent race pace, and looking at their sponsors, there's nothing wrong with bad qualifying. They need it. And they proved today that, yeah, they can cope. You know, if they qualified higher, would they have challenge for the lead? Maybe not. Sigalakis was on fire today. You know, there's no doubting that. He deserved that win, and he got what he deserved. Fantastic result.
Very good result for him, and that's 3 new winners from the first 3 races of Season 2, so it's definitely living up to the hype compared to last season. We're seeing some interesting movements in the standings, and well, you know, keep watching, because it's only going to get even more interesting as the season goes on. But otherwise, from Kyle Army, that'll just about be it. And thank you again, Jim, for joining us tonight.
No problem. Good race. Enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. So, no problem at all.
And we look forward to you being back in the commentary box again at some stage. But otherwise, from the South African Grand Prix, that'll be all for tonight. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.